with his instinct for self-preservation. It sounded like Scarlet. "Don't you dare," Mom screamed, grabbing his ankle. "Don't you dare go down there. You promised we'd wait. You promised." But Dad was beyond promises. He had seen the impossible light. He had heard the impossible voice. The fragile facade of their reality was cracking, and he needed to see what lay on the other side. With a surge of adrenaline-fueled strength, he wrenched his leg free and scrambled to his feet. He flicked on the light switch by the basement door. Nothing happened. He flicked it again, still nothing. "The power's out," he muttered, his breath coming in short gasps. He rummaged in the drawer for a flashlight and clicked it on. The beam cut a feeble swath through the oppressive darkness, illuminating a flight of stairs leading down into a pit of shadows. "Robert, please," Mom pleaded, following him. "Come back, don't do this." He ignored her, descending the stairs. The air grew colder and thicker with every step. The smell of decay was overwhelming now, a physical presence that clogged the nostrils and coated the tongue. The flashlight beam trembled in his hand. At the bottom of the stairs, the beam settled on the stained mattress, and on the mattress something moved. It was a small, hunched shape shrouded in a tattered, gray blanket. One bony hand was clutching the edge of the mattress, the fingers twitching spasmodically. The face was obscured by matted, filthy hair, but the shape of it, the familiar slope of the cheekbone, the stubborn set of the jaw. Dad cried out, stumbling backward. The flashlight clattered to the floor, its beam rolling wildly across the stone walls. It illuminated cobwebs, forgotten junk, and the terrifying, hunched figure on the mattress. "Oh my God," he whispered. "Oh my God, Claire, she's down here." Mom stood frozen at the top of the stairs, her face a mask of horror and denial. The voice from the bassinet had been a trick, a coincidence, a figment of her overwrought imagination. She couldn't accept what her husband was seeing. She couldn't accept that her plan had failed, that her fuel hadn't been consumed entirely, that the unwanted shadow she had tried to erase was clawing its way back into her pristine new world. "No," she whispered. "No, no, no." She rushed down the stairs, past the trembling, terrified figure of her husband. She ran to the mattress and ripped away the blanket. There lay my body, or rather, what remained of it. 3 days in the damp, chemically rich environment had taken their toll. My skin was gray and waxy, stretched taut over my bones. My eyes were open, clouded over with a milky film, staring sightlessly at the ceiling, but my mouth was slightly agape, and from it a faint, rattling sound emerged. A hum. It was a wet, bubbling cough, a sound that could not possibly come from a corpse. Dad scrambled to his feet, backing away until he hit the stone wall. "What is that? What's happening to her?" Mom just stared, her mind reeling. This wasn't possible. Dead was dead. She had seen me die. She had felt the coldness of my skin. This was an abomination, a violation of the natural order, and it was all her fault. Suddenly, the coughing stopped. The milky eyes seemed to focus, not on Mom, not on Dad, but on the ceiling, as if looking right through it. And then, in a voice that was my voice, clear and chillingly articulate, I spoke. "The bassinet is hungry." Mom screamed. It was a raw, primal sound of pure terror. She stumbled backward, tripping over a loose cinder block and landing hard on her backside. The scream seemed to shatter something inside her. The manic energy, the carefully constructed delusion, evaporated, leaving behind a hollow, broken woman. The voice continued, speaking not from the body on the mattress, but from everywhere and nowhere. It echoed from the stone walls, from the pipes in the ceiling, from the very dust motes dancing in the flashlight beam. "You fed me poison, Mommy. You dressed me in his skin and told me to be him. You tried to bury me in the dark, but you forgot one thing." The voice paused, and the blue light from the bassinet upstairs pulsed in response, brightening and dimming in time with the words. "I am the house now." The flashlight in Dad's hand flickered and died. In the sudden, complete darkness, the basement was flooded with that same ethereal blue light, but this time it was cold and menacing. It didn't glow from the bassinet, it radiated from the cracks